Thomas Morstead out for the opening kick. And off we go in Santa Clara. Darius Davis to return it. This makes it up to the 25. They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. And he takes it ahead for a 4-yard pickup there to begin our game. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Another carry for him. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
It's a loss of 2.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, Herbert lost the football. Picked up by the 49ers. And what a way to begin the scoring. Brock as they take it back for the touchdown. The 49ers parlay the turnover into a lead. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall in the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with the lineman a lot, quickness.
Oh, and it's no good. So an early hiccup after the touchdown as the score will stay at 6-zip. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. On return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get into about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And as they get set, Carter, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27. 3rd down here, need 8 on the play. 3rd and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. He has it at the 13. And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner, up past the 35.
1st and 10. At their own 38-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Purdy setting up that play action. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom, connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Escapes the pocket. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Now it's Purdy. Forced out to his right. That's complete to Kittle on the sideline. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Defense making a couple of good stops here, and this brings up 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Get set, get set.
3rd and goal, Purdy. He's got it. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Now, following that play, we have somebody shaken up. And, man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. Wow, Brock, he missed it. An easy kick, but he mishit it left. And they are unable to make this a 2-score game. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10.
They could have gone for it for sure, Kate. I'm sure there's some folks on that sideline asking why they didn't go for a touchdown. But they took what they felt like was a guaranteed 3 points. But that miss is a stunning reminder. There is never a guarantee in the NFL.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We've set it downs for him from the 31.
Gain of 6. And the Chargers at 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31.
So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Our score, 6-0. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They've got it first to begin the frame. Shotgun again to Hampton. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door to a bigger gap in the future.
And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Air it out on 3rd. Finds him over the middle. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down. J.K. Scott's on the punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And, oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. 2nd drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. And no doubt still some disappointment internally, at least, after their last drive ended empty-handed following that missed field goal. Off the play fake. Purdy buys time, rolling right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. So that brings up 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
They'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. It's a race down the right side, and he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers go up by 12. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown on his Moody for the extra point. And it's another miss. His 2nd extra point has been off the mark. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. And this won't have the juice to reach the landing zone, so some great field position coming up for this offense. 40-yard line. Excellent field position for him here after the kickoff lands short. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. Blocked by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Herbert now. They're going to get to him, and what a shot! The football's out! But the Chargers were the first to get to that one, so it'll stay with them. Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Right side and in the hands of Allen. And he's brought down after a short gain. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. Christian McCaffrey on the 49ers return. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Brings it in at the 12. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The 49ers and Brandon Ayuk running onto the field. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. A minute 58 to play. We have reached our 2-minute warning. The 49ers with the lead here at Levi Stadium. First down from the 42. A toss now to Robinson. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Get set. Watch out.
Play action now. Purdy. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and 10 now. Here's Purdy. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
Get set.
Now Purdy. Escapes out to the left. Sends this to the end zone. And the coverage holds up. Nicely done. They were tested, but they knock it away in the end zone. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Purdy bails out of the pocket quick. Brought in close to the 8. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's another 49er first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Robinson gets in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. On is Moody for the extra point. And finally gets one to go after a couple of misses already in this one.
Makes the score Niners 19, Chargers nothing.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Back to return this, Naheem Miller-Hines. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break.
Set. Ready, go. Count.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Working quickly here.
Pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Throw takes him to the sideline, but he gets both feet in with the catch. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on it. Throwing on first is Herbert. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Moves to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Go.
Herbert to throw once more. And that one's complete. Amari on Hampton. Decent gain here, but short of the first. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. 3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
7 yards. And it's 4th down.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone. Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly today. We're skipping right through to the start of the 3rd quarter. Well, 2 quarters left, Brock, for starters and backups alike to get tuned up before week 1. The second half of our preseason finale is underway. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. Jukes away from one. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
Watch out!
Purdy on the play action. That's low and bounces short of his man. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Running left is Robinson. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Here's Hampton, open and drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
Set.
Again, it's Hampton. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackle made by Jair Brown.
At the 20-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here he goes, 3rd and long. 49ers close it in, and down he goes. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down. Punting unit out now. And he's been one of the players of this game. Starts his return from the 23. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. The 49ers and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10.
Watch out!
They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Watch out!
Play action now with Purdy. Now he's past the 25. Touchdown, San Francisco! The 49ers can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. On his Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers continue piling on to this lead.
Chargers, nothing.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. He's got the squiver. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Finds the in route complete. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Stopped that time by someone who collects tackles and all-pro nods every season, Fred Warner.
2nd and 6.
It's Hampton on 2nd. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a 1st down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Set. Delta. Set.
Herbert from the gun. He can run it.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Now Herbert to throw. Completed here to Johnston. Quick rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Throw left side, grabbed by Allen. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Chargers who have it to start the fourth quarter, but this game seems pretty far out of reach for them. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. He takes off with it. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
He was brought down by Richie Grant. A gain of 2 on the play. And this.
Here's the backup. First throw.
3rd down.
Rolling left, buying some time. He slides down with enough to pick up that first. Now following the play, one of the 49ers banged up. He's in some pain. We're going to pause here as he gets checked on. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Harris. The bounce outside yields a little bit there, about 3 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
This time it's a passing play. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Gets him on the in route. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
15 yards. That's another Chargers.
Tight end going in motion here.
1st and goal, Chargers.
From the red zone on 1st. Caught deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the 49ers get to it.
Put a check mark by that one. You're going to remember that one, not just over the course of this game, but I guarantee you in the offseason when they're watching effort. That was all about effort. Backs pressed against the wall when you're down here defensively, and that's the type of play that coaches love to see from everyone on the roster.
Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And they don't need anything out of this drive right now, Brock. That lead's already been built as we look to the scoreboard. But like architects, they might want to see just how high they can take it.
And we're going to know here in just a second on how they attack these opening plays. Do they opt to take it easy, play conservative, or just keep stepping on that gas?
49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Play action now with Jones. Throwing the out route complete. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers keep running away with this. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Rager with the return here. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And if we're being honest, Brock, this game already over. It was a while ago, but still something for this offense to play for. They can try to avoid that shutout.
Yeah, it's kind of like a game like baseball, right? You're looking at that scoreboard and you know it's impossible, but find some momentum, something good to build on for next week.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 27-yard line.
A tight end in motion now. This is Harris on 2nd down. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
It's a gain of a yard. And this is 3rd
No throw. 3rd and long. That sails over his target incomplete, and now it's 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. Well, Brock, it only took them 1 play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. New set of downs for them from the 31. On 1st down, it's Jones to throw. Chased out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
2nd and 10 now, Jones. The ball's on the 48. Here we go, 1st down. They're going to pass it here. Flushed out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the left side. And that one's going to be incomplete. A deep look, unsuccessful. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. On the move, headed right. Rolling, and takes a deep shot down the middle. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers throw 6 more on the blowout.
Kate, that is simply put, perfect play action right there. That action drew the eyes of those defenders, and he's able to throw that ball right over their heads.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the 49ers grow their lead yet again.
Niners 40, Chargers nothing.
It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Rager with the return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Charger offense making its way to the field. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Throwing now, Heineke. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. But the Chargers were the first to get to that one, so it'll stay with them. They dodged the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out. Heineke back to throw. They're on him again. He goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. And he gets it away from his end zone. Takes this in at the 25. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
1st and 10 at the Chargers' 47-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game.
Let's go now. 18 cards, go.
On 1st down, Jones. Flushed out now to his left. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. So the 49ers take the win here in front of the faithful in Santa Clara. And for what it's worth, Brock, they have cruised through this preseason undefeated. So all things pointing up for them as they get ready for Week 1. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. On the 49ers sideline, you get a look at their head coach. His team fired up and ready for this one. On the other side, the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. And we are underway in the Pacific Northwest. And this opening kickoff doesn't reach the landing zone, hitting short of the 20, so that will move the ball out to the 40-yard line.
Automatic first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's Huck. It's Kenneth Walker. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
For the Seahawks.
And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract with a 4th-year man out of Iowa State.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Now, fair catch is taken back inside the 40. So here are the Seahawks, and a good season last year. 10-7. They lose the tiebreak for the division title to the Rams, while 1 game short of the Packers for that number 7 seed. But this is an organization that feels like its next era, its next chapter is starting to be written.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think a lot of the question now is, can they win this gamble of trading Geno Smith?
Caught him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Niners have got it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. Out now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, set.
That's how quick it's Cup on the RPO. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's JSN. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
They'll come up here first and 10.
First and 10 at the 46.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
The tackle by Nitor Gross Matos. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 44-yard line.
In motion. Throwing. Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose.
Incomplete.
And it's going to force third
Brings
down.
up third down and 8 yards to go.
We go, set.
Here's Darnold. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And this is going to wind up 49er football. They have it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. He's going to air this one out. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
Get set. Get set. 18.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. From the gun, it's Purdy. Pushed out to his left. He's going to take a shot down the field. And on third down, that ball incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And that'll set up fourth down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. Darnold to throw. Oh, looking to set up that wide receiver screen, get it out to the edge, but they do not connect, and that one is incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
Throwing on second down. Darnold under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Nick Bosa. What a way to kick off the new year. 2 sacks in the first half of the opener.
If you can't protect the quarterback in the NFL, you might as well just throw your entire playbook in the garbage. Everything starts there. And with the amount this quarterback's been hit and taken down here in the first quarter, are we confident that we're going to be able to even see him in the game come the second?
On third and long, here's Darnold. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Bryce Huff, what a start to the season. His 3rd sack here in week 1. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. McCaffrey gonna return it. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. The Niners offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They'll roll out here with Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down. opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way down to the 44. Tyrese Knight in on the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. The Niners have the early advantage. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2. And they've got it with 3rd and 6 coming up. Flush to his right. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. And he will score! Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Moody now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers move out on top, 14-0.
Seahawks, nothing.
Out now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. This one taken at the 10. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. Greg, you take a peek back and look at the NFC West in totality. You just are reminded of how quick things change. I don't think anybody in the country thought the 49ers would be the last place team in this division last year. Shows you, one, how changeable it is, but also the quality of teams in this division.
Absolutely. And I mean, they were the Super Bowl favorite, at least out of the NFC a year ago, and then to find themselves 6 and 11 at the bottom looking up, it's pretty remarkable. But to your point, Mike, it just shows health, a little bit of good fortune. The other teams in your division, if they're a little weaker, your path is stronger. There's so many elements. The way the NFL schedule is set up, it's all tied. If you're good, we're trying to bring...
Oh, the ball's out! Looked like one of the Seahawks was in there and did keep the ball with Seattle. Here's Michael Dixon now as he is on to kick it for Seattle. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. Brandon Ayuk heading back onto the field with his 49er teammates. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were a high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, who's dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
3rd down. Purdy. Rolling right. Taking off. He'll try to get there. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. But I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back.
Illegal forward pass. offense.
So, a costly penalty here. It wipes away the touchdown. On fourth down, it's Jake Moody time for the Niners. This one from 52 yards away. Moody's kick is good. And the Niners stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense ready for this next possession. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
A loss of 6 yards brings up 3rd and 14.
3rd and long. And this drive going from bad to worse. And delay a game now on top. Task now a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. He's up to the 20. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up 4th down. This is taken at the 25. Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment. He was taken down after a solid return. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
Well, I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him. Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick. of the New York Jets.
To return is Dallas Flowers. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. And, Greg, they have had their way right from the start in this season opener. You get that sometimes. You don't know what week one's going to bring, but this is going to be awfully satisfying.
Oh, there's no question. It gives such value to all the work that you did all offseason, all the way back in OTAs in the spring and then through the dog days of training camp. Everyone wants to start the season strong. You're 0-0. Everyone in the league has Super Bowl aspirations. Every fan base thinks it's their year. And then to come out and to deliver, especially on the offensive side of the ball, it's really the ideal way to set up the rest of your season and try to stay on track.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Pitch to Robinson. Robinson, first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. He'll go play action. Purdy. Right here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Play fake. Now it's Purdy. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. They'll run with Robinson. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Robinson. And he's forced to just surrender. Gives himself up on the play. It turns out to be a disaster. Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he will get into the end zone. Brian Robinson. Touchdown. 49ers. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Seahawks, nothing.
Out now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. Safe kick taken at the 5. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough feeling.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had, it's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. That's fielded at about the 18. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Niners offense and running back Brian Robinson. on the field for their next drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Purdy.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Get set.
Off the play fake, here's Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. Good work. The defender bodied his man up, wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
4. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he's going to have the 49ers first down by about a yard as they find a way to pick it up on 3rd and 5.
First down.
And the ability to continue to sustain these drives and maintain possession. These 3rd downs are so critical, Mike, because every time an offensive play caller gets a fresh set of downs to work with, there's just more opportunities to continue to try to strike deep and go to score.
Off the play fake, Purdy moving to his right. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Tyrese Knight in on the tackle. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Shotgun snap to Purdy. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1 3rd down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense ready to take over once again. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10.
We're going to set.
To throw is Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down.
We're going to set. Set.
Now Darnold. That's complete. It's Jackson Smith-Njigba. 11 yards for number 11. And a 1st down.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for the Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. The Niners have got it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And, Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, His confidence is not far behind, and I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Out now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. He finds his big tight end, Everett. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On play action, here's Darnold. Oh, a loose football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Locke. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. It is 3rd and long. Lock out of the shotgun. The ball's out. The Niners have got it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The 49ers offense ready to get back at it. And they have done all you could ask for. Closing in on a road victory to start the campaign. We try to finish things off here in quarter number 4. And they'll somehow turn this into a net positive, getting out of bounds after a pickup of a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get set, up.
They'll go play action with Purdy. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
Well, Mike, this is not somebody that you're usually afraid of beating you with his legs, but every now and then he can do just enough to extend the play. That's exactly what he did here. Picks up enough yardage, converts the 1st down.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5. Brings up
ball right on the 5-yard line. 2nd down and goal.
Get set, it's touch.
Again, it'll be McCaffrey. He slams it in there, and he is in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Out now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. The ball comes out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. In the pocket looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Off the bootleg, it's Purdy. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take this one in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. That is second touchdown now here in the season opener. Moody's extra point is good. And the 49ers will add one more onto their big lead. Out now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. Now return coming from the 7th. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq.
Now Locke. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Locke to throw. The pass rush gets home and he goes down. Fred Warner. He gets in to drop him. A familiar refrain in this game. That is 12 sacks for the team. Oh, a loose football. It looked like one of the Seahawks was in there and did keep the ball with Seattle. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. Brandon Ayuk heading back onto the field with his 49er teammates. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. Gets this one into the hands of Jawan Jennings. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
A gain of 12. 1st down, San Francisco.
On the ground, it's McCaffrey. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. The ball's deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Purdy on the move left. Able to complete it to Ayuk. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
A give, and here comes Robinson. And he's into the end zone. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
On is Moody to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the 49ers add on to their already sizable lead. Out now is the punter, Morstead. Following the touchdown, he sends this away. This taken at the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Seahawks offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail here late. Hoping to put something, anything. He works free, right side. And they will finally run him down. A big play for Seattle. 38 yards.
For a Seahawks first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here we go. One final play. And that final throw here is intercepted. That's the safety, Richie Grant. And the Niners are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1.